Hey Wargamers, Purple Druid here. This is Dragonslayer, the board game from SPI. Um, I picked this up on eBay for a very reasonable price. I was very excited. And I had an idea. Part of it is based loosely on the Tale of the Mapper, Song of the Mapper, that Bandits Keep does. This is the map of Urland, the island where the dragon lives. And I had an idea to play this game, but to incorporate the rules for an RPG inside, such as original Dungeons and Dragons, Cal Arath, Tales of Argosa, something like that. I know I've been banging the drum of Dungeons and Dragons as a war game for years, and essentially, people say they don't get it, they don't understand the Braunstein concept or whatever. Uh, it's really easy. It's just playing a playing a role playing game inside of a war game. That's the essence of it, the core. If you carve away all the other stuff, all you're doing is playing a war game and playing a role-playing game inside of that war game. And honestly, you could use any war game, and you could probably use any role-playing game to do this. I like the idea of this. This has some fun things. It's really simple rules of, the rules for the war game or the board game is 2 pages. We have a battle display that your characters can use to see where you're at and how much strength you have, the weapons you have, the magic items and spells that you've collected when you make your play to defeat the dragon. And there's an example of play here with various up to for 3 turns, and a summary of the rules. So this is not a big heavy duty campaign system. It's light, and it's something that you could easily work within. We have these lovely counters, which are pretty good sized, and I think would take up a lot of space on this map. And I'm not sure if many of you are familiar with the Little Wars TV miniatures game. Very rules light. It's called Raven Feast. It's Viking Age combat. And there is a I don't have it handy. I haven't printed it yet. I just found it the other day. But there's a guy who decided to make a campaign system that he calls Raven Song, and I'll put a link to it in the description. But it's a campaign system, and it's based loosely on the old TSR game of Saga, which, once again, it would be very simple to take Saga and play that as a war game using the Raven Feast rules for combat. And you can easily turn Raven Feast into a very simple rules light RPG if you wanted to. So, this is my idea. We will play Dragonslayer. And we're going to play it, as I mentioned, at multiple scales at the same time. So we have here, I'm not sure how to pronounce these, Galtragal, Morganthorn, and Duskgates Hall. So we've got 3 castles on the map. We have a whole bunch of towns on the map. We have, or villages, I should say. And then we have towns, good-sized towns, Roskill, Culnacask, Swanscombe, and Broadford. We've got a couple of other locations here that would be important. And between these 3 castles, we have 3 domains, so we can create 3 NPCs that we can use as patrons, and the patrons will fund slash sponsor the adventurers who will be going around and having adventures, trying to find the various items they need in order to take out the dragon. So here's the idea. We'll do a very simple solo game with 3 domain scale NPCs. We will use several groups of adventurers, each of whom will begin at one of these, because they're all suffering under the blight of the dragon. And I think what we'll do, and this is just all loose, I'm just brainstorming right now. I have not come up with a plan for this. All of the planning, all of that stuff will be posted here on the Substack. So be sure and subscribe to that so that you can follow along. Because I don't trust the algorithm. And I think that that's really a better way. And eventually, all of this stuff will be compiled into a document, and I'll make that document available to y'all as well. So, if you have any questions or comments, please do leave them down below. I will be sitting down with a notebook, reading the rules thoroughly to give myself some questions that need to be answered in order to put this together as a solo campaign. That being said, while it is a solo campaign, there's nothing that says, well, I can't do this as a group project. So if you're interested and you have time and you're willing to commit, or at least make yourself available, I could send you some questions, or maybe I'll just post them on the Substack and see what people say. We can do a vote, as it were. But we can develop this together and turn this into something that could be a lot of fun and would be replicable, in your own living room. So that's all I got for right now. Thanks for watching. Please do leave any comments, questions, or suggestions in the area below. I appreciate your attention. I hope you have a great day, and I'm looking forward to sharing this adventure with you. Thank you so much, and keep on gaming.